I want to take a minute to pay tribute again to the funniest man this country has ever produced, a comedic genius who made millions around the world laugh until they cried. Barry Humphries was not only whip smart, but he was also brave. His top priority as a comic was to be funny, not to preach, not to bore the audience with political grandstanding or victim playing. Whether it was Dame Edna, Celeste or just Barry, he was always hilarious, with comedic timing that was pure perfection.
Beautiful. Good luck to you. And hello there, ladies and gentlemen.
Images.
Oh, sorry, Mike.
What is it I've got in my hands?
Oh, it's an ointment I'm supposed to use. I was just giving myself a quick application before the show. I'm supposed to use an applicator, but I generally do. No worries.
Yeah. Now, let's talk...
You'll be all right on your next trip to the Philippines, mate.
Let's have a little more Celeste this time, bringing the laughs on Australian television and telling us a few secrets about his celebrity friends.
It's led to a fashion, you know, people aren't smoking, they're not drinking, they're cutting down on the odd research assistant, after working hours, getting all this down, darling.
Yeah.
Lovely, no worries. Well, what celebrities have you in mind? There's quite a few celebrities. Joan Collins is a personal friend of mine. She's a beautiful girl, too. She likes perfume, too. You wouldn't guess what she puts behind her ears to attract the menfolk. Her ankles. Well, it's 6:45. You with me? You're ahead of me, fella. Is this a dry run or is this going straight to air? Are we on delay? That's what I want to know.
If we're not on delay, I'm finished.
Of course, it was Dame Edna who was the biggest star in the family. Here she is with Michael Parkinson and Tom Jones talking about plastic surgery, and then in a more recent appearance with Charles and Camilla.
So, but you've resisted the temptation so far.
Very much.
You have.
I have just a little tightening here and there.
Of course.
Nowhere you can see.
The important part.
It's not unusual. They've found me a better seat.
And here is Barry just 18 months ago on British TV, pretending to mix up a couple of TV hosts. Just hilarious stuff. And that genius comedic timing was as sharp as ever.
I want to congratulate you, by the way, seriously, on your courage. Last year, no, when he came out and told us about his sexuality. And no, because I think a lot of people respected you for that.
Thank you. I'll pass
they did.
that on to the gentleman who's here from Monday to Thursday.
It's what?
Don't worry, your memory is crystal clear.
Sorry.
Not at all. Thank you for your kind comments.
No, your bravery was amazing.
Of course, there have been tributes from so many great performers and great people from around the world. Ricky Gervais to King Charles to Andre Rieu.
Andre Rieu?
What?
I had the honor of working with Barry Humphries during my Australian tour in 2009. When he arrived on stage as his alter ego Dame Edna, I didn't know what was going to happen.
As I touch you, I feel all the jealousy of these women down here.
She was unpredictable, outrageous, and hilarious.
Did you know that he is from the Netherlands and he has got some beautiful nether regions too?
As Dame Edna, he could get away with anything, and we all loved it.
I love that instrument of yours. I mean that instrument. And
A true comedic legend. I will forever remember Barry and Dame Edna with a smile.
don't be nervous with me. You weren't last night. You were not.
We could play clips all day, but despite his obvious comedic genius, Barry Humphries was attacked by many modern, painfully unfunny comics who sought to have him cancelled. And disgracefully, the Melbourne Comedy Festival gave in to these demands and axed the Barry Award, dumping the comic's name in 2019 because of supposedly transphobic comments. The very least they can do now is apologise and reinstate that honour. Let's end with Barry Humphries giving Boris Johnson the Dame Edna treatment.
This is obtainable. You can leave your name at a bookstore and a couple of weeks later they'll get you a copy. And it says here on the cover, Alan, at last, there's a warm, funny, erudite introduction to the Roman Empire. Marvellous. Isn't that lovely? And that was said by someone on The Independent, which is a minority newspaper. You're a maverick. You're a man who speaks his mind. A man who refuses to learn from his mistakes. That's a lovely attitude.